So I'm doing a sort of Redstone lessons thing. This is episode 1 of Redstone lessons, and I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you pretty much everything about Redstone. This is recording, right? Okay, sorry, just making sure it's recording. So I'm going to teach you everything about Redstone pretty much. I'm in the snapshot, and so for this episode I'm pretty much just going to teach you the basics. And eventually I'm going to get to all of these redstone, and pretty much anything that can be affected by redstone, anything you can really do with redstone, like unintended features. We'll talk more about that. Like, for example, of unintended features, I mean, like a bud switch, and I'll make more of a better video for bud switches, but okay, I'm placing like 2 blocks, because lagging a little bit. Come on. There. Sorry guys about this. So as you can see, this is powering the piston, but it doesn't update. So it's just hard to explain how that works. So I'll make a more in-depth video about that. So right now I'm just going to teach you the basics about some simple stuff like pistons and stuff in this video. Don't really know how long this is going to be, but these things right here and this and this and these, they're in the snapshot suit, and also trap chest. Those are in the snapshot, so, or in 1.5, whatever. But if 1.5's already come out, then it will be in, you won't have to be in the snapshot. Anyway, so first off, redstone torches can turn on redstone. Also, redstone blocks can turn on redstone. So that's that. And you can have a lever here going actually into it, or you can have the lever on a block going into it. But if you have 2 blocks, that won't work, because it won't be able to send a signal through a block. Let's see. Same with the button, except with the button, wooden buttons, and I'll talk more about wooden buttons and stuff. So yeah, you can have it going directly into it like that. You can have it on a block. Okay, and then redstone only travels 15 blocks though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and any longer than that it won't travel. So if I send the signal, it only goes 15. Like I said, here is 15, and then it won't. And to make this go longer, you're gonna have to use a redstone repeater to repeat the signal. So yeah, that's pretty much how you can power a redstone dust. And yeah, now I'll talk about redstone torches. So redstone torches, like I said, they power redstone. They'll power a repeater, like that. And by the way, repeaters only go one way. So if you actually have a repeater where this arrow thing is facing into the torch or whatever, it won't go through. It only goes one way. You can put a block with a redstone torch on it and a redstone going into it. It doesn't matter if it's a repeater or a redstone, and it will turn off. Okay. Also, you can put torches on the sides of blocks. Let me show you that. So you can put them on the sides of blocks, and it will turn off the torch, so it won't be sending a signal out. Then with repeaters, you can change the delay of repeaters, so it will take longer for it to turn on or turn off. So the farther apart these torches are, the longer it's going to take to turn on. Also with repeaters, if you have a repeater going into the side of another repeater, it will actually lock that repeater on the position it was when you turned on this repeater going into the side. So if I break this torch, it will stay on until I turn off this again. Sorry. Then let's see. Repeaters already have a delay, so if you have a whole bunch of repeaters and you haven't right-clicked them at all, well, if I hit F10 right here, as you can see, it has a short delay, but okay. Oh, kind of see that, yeah, see that. So yeah, repeaters do have a short delay. Okay, now I'll talk about pistons. So there's sticky pistons and normal pistons. The difference between sticky pistons and normal pistons are that sticky pistons will retract the block, like it will push it up and it will pull it back down. Normal pistons will just push it. You can see that. So the normal piston didn't pull it back with it. So that's really useful when you're trying to do certain things like NOR latches and stuff. I'll show you one real quick here. So I could do something like this, and we'll push it. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, that's basically how pistons work. So also, here's dispensers. A dispenser actually dispenses the block, something that is inside of it. But droppers into dispensers are very similar. Okay, so dispenser, if I put, let's say I put a redstone in here and a sandstone in here, and I powered them both, as you can see, alright, this won't power it, sorry. Okay, sorry about that. Put sandstone in here. So if I went ahead and I powered the dropper, oh, they both dropped. So they both dropped the block, right? But with a dispenser, if I put, let's just put some night vision potion in. I put the night vision potion in the dispenser and in the dropper. You can see if I power the dispenser, it will throw the potion as if you right clicked with the potion. But if I do the dropper, it will actually drop the it will drop the actual potion itself. And that can be really useful in PvP maps and stuff. Now let me talk about what dispensers can actually drop. So let me get pretty much all the things it can actually throw that won't actually drop. So it will do water buckets and lava buckets. It will actually put water, dispense water. It will do flint and steel. It will do arrows. And I'm just looking through to see. Let's see. It does TNT. It spits it out and ignites it. Does minecarts and boats. As long as there's a rail in front of the dispenser that it would put the minecart onto, it will dispense the minecart. Otherwise, it will dispense just the minecart item. Let's see. It does bone meal. And I think that's it. It does splash potions, of course, like I just showed you. And also, if you have armor in it, and you're standing right by it, it will put your armor on for you. Look at that. So that's pretty cool. And so yeah, I think that's all the things that dispensers can. Oh, and bottle enchantments and spawn eggs. So yeah, so they'll spawn an animal. Okay. So note blocks. I'll do note blocks right now. So note blocks, they have a different sound depending on whatever surface they're on. As you can see, it's on sandstone, so it's making this like, and you can change the pitch of it too. If you move that out, it will change whatever like tone it is. And with dirt, I think dirt is a different one. I don't know. Is it wool? I know I'm not really that familiar with note blocks. No. Okay, what is it? What is it? Is it wood? Oh, yeah, there's that sound with wood. I think it's sponge, actually. Let me try sponge. No? Alright. Maybe it's glass. There it is. So yeah, note blocks make different sounds depending on what you put under them. And you can change the pitch of them by right-clicking on them, and you can power them the same way you would pretty much any block, any other block. Okay, actually, I need to kind of go more about redstone and repeaters interacting. So, give me my sandstone. Okay. So if you have a repeater going into a block, and you have redstone here, okay, so a redstone can take a signal out of a block if it's getting full power from the block. And what I mean by full power is like with if you put a repeater into it and power that, that's the repeater is putting full power into the block. And then also if you're doing a torch under this, it's getting full power into the block. And also, I think trapped chests do full power. Let me actually check that right now. Okay. Sorry, not ready. Okay, yeah, they do full power into the block. You can see the redstone turns on there. Except, okay, so they do full power down, but not through the side. But redstone does not do full power. So to get that out, you need a repeater there, because a repeater will actually take a weak signal out of a block. Or you can use a torch, because a torch will also turn off to a weak signal on the block. So let's see, what else is there? TNT. Okay, sorry about that. So if TNT gets powered, just like any other block, it will ignite and it will blow up. Boom. Just like that. Then there's pressure plates. Now the difference between wooden pressure plates and stone pressure plates are, let's get stone there and wooden here. I'll just put repeaters here. Okay, so you can walk over them and they'll activate the signal. But as you can see, if I drop a block here on the stone one, it won't do anything. But if I drop it on the wooden one, it will. So yeah, that's pretty much all those wooden and stone pressure plates do. But there are these gold and iron pressure plates, which are weighted pressure plates. Now these don't get activated by people. I actually have to use redstone to show you this. these don't get activated by people. They actually only get activated by atoms. And the signal strength, as you can see, there's a really short signal strength there. There's only one signal strength. If I drop one there, but if I drop, it's on 4. So if I dropped 4 more, it does another signal. Let me actually get a stack of there. So, and then if I drop 4 more, it goes out another signal. But with iron, they're heavy weighted pressure plates. So I drop 1, it activates it. I gotta drop a lot more to activate it. Another row. So should be alright. So yeah, you gotta drop a lot to activate 2. There's 2 signals. So yeah. So those are pretty much the basics of pressure plates. Next I'll show, okay, buttons. Buttons pretty much do the same thing, except, well, actually, I'll show you one of mine be by pretty much the same thing, because, oh, accidentally got 2 wooden buttons. Okay, so buttons, you place them on blocks, and you can right click on both to activate them. But as you can see, what's cool is if I get a bow here, okay, now you come back and I shoot at the stone pressure plate, nothing happens. Get some redstone here. Nothing happens there, but if I do it with the wooden pressure plate, it does activate. So, and just to show you, because that stone one wasn't a very good hit, yeah, it's just glitching out with the stone one, but yeah, the wooden one is the only one that activates by arrows. So that's pretty cool. So these trapdoors and fence gates and doors and iron doors. Okay. So you guys probably know about doors and stuff. Yeah, you know, wooden doors you can right click to open, iron doors you can't. Trapdoors, you have to place the trapdoor on the side of a block. You can place them on the bottom or on the top. And then fence gates, you can place them there. So yeah, when you power these, they will open. And then with the iron door, you can only open it with redstone. So yeah, that's pretty much the door things, the gates and doors and stuff. Redstone lamps, you can power it just like any ordinary block. Tripwire hook, I'll show you that in the next video. That's, yeah. Daylight sensor is really cool. The daylight sensor does exactly what it says, but it outputs a signal depending on what time of day it is. So if I set it to night, I don't know, it's like 16,000 or something like that. There it goes. Okay, so it will turn off completely. If I did just like the beginning of day, well, maybe that's not the beginning of day, let's do 24,000. This is around the beginning. Alright, let's do 20,000. Alright, that should work. So there, it should be about to rise here. Oh, maybe not. Oh well, the daylight sensor outputs a signal depending on what time of day it is, which is really cool. So let's see what else is there. The redstone block, which outputs a signal, but unlike torches, if you have a piston here and you try to move the torch, it will break the torch. But with redstone blocks, it will actually move the block and it will have a movable power source pretty much. So those are really useful. Hoppers are super useful. What hoppers do are, if you have a chest or something, anything with an inventory, you can hook up the hopper to, and if you hook it to the side, it will actually direct itself to the side. You can drop items in, and it will pick them up and put them in the chest. But if you power it, and you drop an item in, it won't pick it up. It won't be able to pick it up. But you can also right-click on the hopper to get into its inventory, and if you put something in it while it's powered, it won't put it in to a chest either unless you unpower it. So that's hoppers. Sorry guys. I think comparators is the last thing. Comparators are pretty complicated actually. There's two modes: subtraction and comparing mode. So what this does is, if you have two signals going in from the side, so this will send an output because this signal is stronger than this signal. But if this is the same strength, or no, okay, so if this is the same strength or strong or weaker, then it will still put an output like weaker, same strength or weaker than this input. But if it is stronger, what? Alright. Comparators may be broken in this snapshot or something. Yeah, I think they're broken. But what they are supposed to do is what I pretty much just explained. But if you right click it, this is subtraction mode. So if I have 2, I can subtract 1 from that, and it will give me whatever the output is. So that's... So okay. So I would have to put 2 in here and 1 here, and it will subtract 1 from 2, and it will just give you 1 output. So that's really useful. You can make really compact subtraction calculators with that. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty much it with the Redstone basics. Actually, I'll show you tripwire hooks real quick. Strings. I don't know what strings are. Okay. So what you can do is you can place a block and you can put tripwire hook on it and connect a string up to it. And when you walk over this, it will send an output out of, actually, let me see here. It will send an output out of these 2 blocks because these tripwires are hooked up to them. So yeah, that's really awesome how that... It's pretty noticeable actually. It's... oh, sorry guys, not Minecraft, my mouse and my keyboard, my USB things are kind of weird, so oh well. So yeah, it's pretty noticeable, so it's not that good for having super secret traps, but yeah. And then I'll just show you trapped chests. Why not? Do I already have a trapped chest? No, that's okay. So with trapped chests, they will power a weak signal, and not weak, like as in only a repeater can take it through a block. Like weak as in it's not very strong of a signal. You need a repeater to actually extend it more. So when you open them, it will send out a signal, as you can see there, and it can turn on. I can put that repeater in, and that repeater will light up. But also, it will send out a signal like this. As you can see, that lights up from chest. So those are really useful for making traps and stuff. And I think that's pretty much all the redstone basics I could teach you. Actually, detector rails. Okay, this is the last thing. pick these up. Okay, so different rails. What a detector, so first off, what a powered rail does. When it's powered, it will make a minecart move faster. So it'll actually make it go faster. Because if you have just normal rails, it will slow down eventually, and you'll have to use detector rails to extend it. Next are powered rails. These send out a signal, a redstone signal, when they're activated by a cart. And you could see it actually activating here, the activator rail. So if you get, what activator rail does is if you get a TNT minecart, well, alright, when you go through this, it will light the TNT in the minecart, so it's going to explode, just like a TNT would. But if you just use normal rails, and you try to light the TNT like this, it won't light, because the reason that might be kind of weird because they did that, but the reason they did that was because if you were trying to power the powered rails and a TNT minecart went over it, it would just explode and ruin your track. And so they decided to yeah, just only have the activator rail be able to power it. So why can't I fly? I can't fly. Oh, whatever. Anyway, so that's pretty much it about redstone basics. Next video I'll probably do something on more on pistons or something like that. But that's pretty much the redstone basics. Thanks for watching. Bye.